Okay, friends, just because I have so many people sliding into my DMs asking me questions that I've already answered, I made my bed. Now I have to sleep in it. So I just thought, let's let's start from the beginning and talk about this hair journey. So, I have always had curly wavy hair, and since I was young, I'm gonna yawn. Okay. Since I was young, since I got a blow dryer, I've always pretty much blow dried my hair because I had no idea what how to maintain my curls. There was a brief period of time that I used mousse. It's when we all had that like crunchy curly look. And I just remember thinking like, oh, I don't have curly hair. The mousse is just making it look like that. But looking back, I mean, I had some amazing curl definition. It just looked bad, and I didn't know how to scrunch out the crunch. And I will talk about that in a moment or later. So, why did I wait till I was 25, almost 26 to begin this? Because I've never thought about it before. But this is what happened. Obviously, in the summer, it's hard to blow dry your hair, especially if you have naturally wavy or curly hair, because humidity makes it frizz and just completely ruins the blow dry. So this past summer, I stopped putting heat on my hair, and a friend of mine recommended that I try some gel. So I bought a DevaCurl gel, and this is what she taught me. She said, after you get out of the shower with wet hair, flip your head over, put the gel in, and then scrunch your hair a bunch. And then do not touch it until it's dry. You can use a cotton t-shirt to wrap your hair up. So I started doing that, and my hair looked bomb. I was like, I'm onto something. But then it got cold again, and I was like, I just can't let my hair air dry. It will take hours. And so I put a lot of heat on my hair this past fall, and my hair is really long, and it just started to look bad. Like, just no volume. My hair just it just wasn't, it was just like really dull at the top, and something was going on. So I got really frustrated, and I bought a clarifying shampoo. It didn't work. And I don't know how I started finding out how to do my hair, but I went on YouTube and I found the curly girl method. And I was like, what is this? And I'm a Gemini, so I love to be an expert on a lot of topics. Not like a full expert, but just enough so that people think that I know everything about something. So that's like how I know as much as I know about astrology and now hair, and I know a lot of other things too. Because I'm so smart. No, I don't really I know up to a certain amount, and then I just stop there, but you get the idea. So I watched everything. I Googled everything. I just went hard. I swallowed all this information, and now I can regurgitate it back at you. So I was like, all right, the main products that I'm hearing about are DevaCurl products, which are very expensive, but I was like, it's going to be worth it. They'll last for a while. I bought the products. This is what I was told that I would need. I would need a shampoo, a conditioner, a leave-in conditioner, or a cream, or a whatever, and a gel. And I was like, okay, I have the gel, and I just need these 3 other things. So I bought a DevaCurl product line. I bought the I don't remember what it's called, shampoo and conditioner, One Delight, and then I bought the Wave Maker, which is like for wavy hair, which was smart because I do have wavy hair, although hopefully it's going to turn into real curls. And I did it all, and I was really disappointed. my hair felt really gross and heavy, and obviously this was my first wash. I didn't know that it wasn't supposed to detangle, whatever. And so I went on another deep dive, and I found out about hair porosity. So there's high porosity hair, medium porosity hair, and low porosity hair. Now, my whole life, I have had this issue where if I don't wash all the conditioner out of my hair becomes disgusting. It becomes greasy, it becomes dull, it becomes darker, heavy, and it emits a weird smell. It's not a bad smell, it's just a weird smell. And I can smell it all day long until I wash my hair again. And when I was in high school, I washed my hair every day, which is bad for you. And on the days where I was like obsessive about trying to get all the conditioner out. And I didn't have amazing shower pressure, and that might have been part of it. Dad, get on that. No, I don't shower at home anymore, and it's not an issue. So what happened after that? So anyway, I started watching these videos about low porosity hair, and everything started matching up. Signs of low porosity hair are dullness and scalp buildup. Like, yes, my whole life. One blow dry in, 2 days later, we're talking like dull, greasy, gross, flat, heavy, bad. The second thing is, it takes a long time for your hair to become saturated. And this is like, I think, the biggest indicator of low porosity hair, because it made so much sense to me. And it mostly doesn't make sense to people, which is that if your hair gets wet or like sprayed or like a little drizzle, most people, the water just soaks into your hair. My hair, you can see the water droplets on the top of my strands. Imagine a car window when it is raining, those little raindrops that are there. That's what happens, but on my individual hair strands, little tiny bubbles of water will sit there. And unless I pat it into my hair, it's just gonna stay there. And that's how I know that I have low porosity hair, because what low porosity means is that the follicle of my hair is so tight that moisture cannot seep in. It takes a long time for my hair to get wet in the shower, and also something about low porosity hair is that it takes so long for it to dry. To air dry my hair, it takes about 3 to 4 hours. So I saw this video describing all of that, and I was like, that is me. So I got all these expensive products. I sent them back in the mail, and I gifted the Wavemaker to a friend. And I was like, okay, what should I get? So I found the Shea Moisture Low Porosity line. I was like, okay, I'm just going to jump into this. So it comes with a shampoo, a conditioner, and a leave-in. So I bought that. I YouTubed a million gazillion videos about how to wash your hair. I ordered a microfiber towel. But you can also use a t-shirt. Okay, this is a good point to point out. One of the rules about having curly or wavy hair is that you cannot use a regular bath towel. It will make your hair really frizzy. It's like a no-no. So, a microfiber towel is like a different material and it's quick drying, and then a cotton t-shirt is great. And actually I have switched back to using a cotton t-shirt. I think the microfiber towel is fine, but into the t-shirt right now. So bought those products, bought my towel, and wash day number 1. And I immediately knew that I had bought the right products. I mean, my hair I could just tell, even though it was very frizzy, that this was like the way to go. So what is the process of styling your hair like when you do the curly girl method? It's really intense. It's a lot. This is my new hobby. I can't always be writing like deep, dark, emotional poetry. I am, a really deep person, but I'm also very basic. So I love pop culture, and I love beauty stuff. So I don't really like makeup that much. It makes me break out. But I like hair. I've always liked hair. I'm really good at blow drying hair. So I was like, great, a new hobby. Amazing. So this is basically how washing hair goes. There's a bunch of different methods, but here's the main thing. When you have curly hair, you cannot brush your hair, especially not dry. You shouldn't brush it at all unless you have a wet brush. And that is something you can Google. But is what it sounds like. It's brushing your hair when your hair is wet. You can, however, use a wide tooth comb, especially in the beginning of this process where your damaged hair is frizzy and more tangly. The healthier your hair becomes, the easier it is to just detangle with your fingers. Why is our hair unhealthy? Well, let me tell you. Number one is that the products that are popular that we use are aimed to create straight, smooth hair because that is the most societally acceptable version of hair. What is this rooted in? It's rooted in racism. So obviously the examples of very curly hair that we have in our society are of people of color. And there has been, a gazillion decades of examples of how we as a society have looked down upon natural hair. And I say natural hair, that is not a term for me, a white woman. That is a term specifically for women of color who have who embrace their natural hair. That is not appropriate for me to say because I have the immense privilege of wearing my hair however the hell I want. So, I can say I'm embracing my waves or whatever. But the natural hair movement is not for me. And I will, do my best as I continue to make a hair platform to repeatedly say that white people have screwed this up and I have the privilege of making it a hobby. So products are for hair, to make hair straight. So there's just all this crap in them. So we don't need to talk about that. But when you're looking for products that work for curly or wavy hair, you're looking for products that do not have sulfates, silicones, parabens, and alcohol. And yeah, that's it. Those are the most important ones. All of those are a no-no. Here's another thing. Most people with very curly hair and even wavy hair who have medium or high porosity hair don't need to use shampoo. Shampoo is not always great for curls. In fact, I know a lot of people whose biggest aha moment was when they stopped using shampoo. And there's something you can do instead called co-washing. You can Google that. I'm not going to explain it to you because I don't really understand it because I need to shampoo my hair. Because low porosity hair, because the follicle is so tight, products sit on top of my hair instead of soaking in. So I need to clarify my hair with a clarifying shampoo pretty much every time I wash it. And it has been so amazing because I have never not had my hair get greasy or dull or flaky within like 3 days of washing it. And I feel like I have supermodel hair now. I can't believe I can freely touch my scalp without being like, oh my God, I'm gonna get so oily. It's awesome. And also just I've never felt my hair be this clean and light. So, God, there's so much to talk about in this, but how do you style your hair? No brushing. Already said that. You get in the shower. Cold, cool water is great for medium and high porosity hair because your follicles are open, and you want to seal the follicles up. My hair, hot, hot, hot water, which is great. And I feel happy about that. So shampoo, really get into the scalp. You have to like really work it. Even if you're co-washing, you still do that. And then don't shampoo the bottom half of your hair. Just let the suds like snake down and rinse out. Great. Shampooing is done. Then conditioner. Most curly people like to leave their conditioner on for quite a while because curly hair loves moisture. So you put that on and you start the detangling process, and you really want to be so detangled. And that is because at this point, your clumps start to form. So you rake, detangle, and then once it's like smooth, you stop, and there's no longer any raking, any detangling with your fingers, because that is going to separate your curl clumps, your pattern. So you want to get it back into one smush up hair, and you rinse out your hair. And I've been doing a thing where I just smooth it, and I don't like comb my fingers into it anymore. That seems to be working well for me. So what happens next? You rinse out your hair, you leave it sopping wet. You turn your shower head off to conserve water, and you take your leave-in conditioner and you apply it with praying hands, very lightly. Smooth it on, no more raking. And you apply it to your hair while it's sopping wet. You flip your hair upside down or to the side. I have so much hair, so I've been upside down and then just over to the side. And you start to squish your hair up. Squish and pulse, squish and pulse. And your hair is going to make this really fun, super squishy sound. And you want that sound. It's very important. And then the moisture starts to go out, and this is how you're getting the leave-in in your hair. And you just do that for a while. And what that starts to do, you'll look down and you'll see your curl clumps. I was out earlier, and so my hair has like done some frizzy, or like just my curls are not defined, but like this is an example, this guy, of a curl clump. That's a clump. So that would start forming as I was doing this thing. So what you'll notice, especially in the beginning of your curly girl journey, I am aware that curly girl is not a very gender inclusive term, but curl friends is a good way to say it. So when you're on the beginning of that journey, you'll see in your clumps that it's not likely that everything is going to be smooth. You're going to see frizz coming out. You don't want that. You don't want little hair strands coming out of those smooth clumps. But I still have that, and I imagine that I will have that for some time as my hair still heals. The more moisture in my hair, the less that happens. So like with a deep conditioning treatment or a pre-poo, which I will talk about, that is how, like, when your clumps form, they like really stay smooth and conditioned without the little like frizzies coming all out. Something that I learned that is important, and this will like make sense if you're doing this over time when you start to understand your hair, is that I was like, oh, I need like thick clumps because that's the best. But not all clumps are created equal, and it's okay to have like more like small, stringier ones. Something that I have come into an issue with, and this is when I was like combing too much and raking too much, is that my hair got super stringy and I got like no thick clumps. And so I have this like paranoia and fear that that's going to happen again. But it hasn't since that one time. And so much of this is trial and error. Like, I have had 3 amazing wash days and like 3 horrible ones and then medium ones. And I've only been doing this for like 2 months. So, okay, where are we in the process? We have squish to condition. That is the term for putting your leave-in in soaking wet hair. Squish, 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 squish. Then you get out of the shower. And yeah, you have product everywhere. You're going to have to wash your face again. It's on your body. I don't know what to tell you. It's very difficult. I'm still figuring it out. I feel like a mess. And then now is when you apply your cream or your gel, or your cream and your gel. And if you have high porosity hair, you might throw in an oil. I do not do that. Again, you'll have to Google it. So what am I using right now? I really like this thing called Loma Curvy Cream. It seems to be working well. Not obsessed with the way that my hair looks like with the gel. I think I just haven't found the right one, and it's like makes my hair so curly that I feel like I'm like, it's like fake. I know it's not, but it just is strange, and I don't love the way it looks, and I don't love the way that my hair feels, but I'm really enjoying this cream. So most people just would apply that right out of the shower, especially for people who have high porosity hair, because your hair like loves the moisture, and it'll all soak right in. The product will soak in. For me, it seems that damp styling is better. So waiting till my hair is about 50% dry and then going in and adding my cream. That's what I did today. It was very successful. Tomorrow my hair is going to look fucking bomb because I have great second day hair. So after this happens, I know your hair is very wet. You're going to have to fucking deal with it. There's a couple ways though that make it better. So after you apply your cream or gel, you do the same scrunch on this side, scrunch on that side, flip your hair over, scrunch again. Very important to like continue encouraging the clumps and the curls, and that's good. Then you can take a t-shirt and you can scrunch again to get moisture out using the t-shirt. You can take a microfiber towel, do the same thing. If you'd like to, you can throw your hair up in the microfiber towel or the t-shirt. I haven't been doing that because I think that it adds more frizz. So far. We'll see. I'm experimenting. I'm figuring it out. Life is long. It's a journey. Then you just let your hair air dry, unless you're going to diffuse it. Google that. If you feel like I need to speed up the process, I need a blow dryer, I need to do that, great, you can diffuse. Google. I've done it. My hair looks interesting. I'm not sure that I like it, but I'm down to continue exploring. Right now, air drying is good. It's getting warmer out. It can go air dry outside. It speeds up the process. It's great. Then you're gonna part your hair and you're gonna let it dry, and you're not gonna touch it. You're not gonna touch it at all. And that's difficult, but that's the way to go. So then when your hair is bone dry, I'm talking all the way dry, no dampness, nothing, then you may scrunch out the crunch. So at this point, perhaps, this doesn't always happen to me, but perhaps your products that you have applied, like your gel or your cream or both, has created a cast, like a hard shell around your hair, like little crunchies everywhere. And this is when you want to flip your head over, you want to shake out your roots vigorously, and you want to scrunch out the crunch. It's the same scrunching motion. You're going upward, and you're basically breaking that cast. It's super fun because that's when you get the big reveal of how your hair looks. I am still figuring out how to achieve the best cast for me because I'm using a cream which doesn't harden the way that a gel does, but it's getting better. I think I may need to be more generous with my product application. After that, your hair is done. Welcome to wash day. Awesome. So then what do you do from there? Well, you don't want to wash your hair a ton. It would be great to get to day 4, day 5 and wash again. So how do you maintain your curls? Well, you use an Invisibobble, which is a hair tie, and I don't know where mine is, but it's like the coiled ones, rubbery coiled, that stretch. And so what you do to maintain your curls when you sleep, you flip your hair over like this. You put your hair in the Invisibobble just one time, and then you basically have this shape, and it's going to be a pineapple, and then you kind of put your hair away from you, and then you just leave it. and you want to sleep on a silk pillowcase. That is going to get rid of the frizz. Like, I'm aware that my hair is touching this pillow. I'm not thrilled about it, but that's okay because I'm going to fix my hair tomorrow. So that's wash day. Wash day 1. Amazing. You made it. You did it. Then comes some fun stuff, which is refreshing. You can refresh your curls. And there's lots of different ways to do this. Some people get their whole head wet again. That's fucking insane to me. But you can do that, so you don't have to do the whole process of showering. You basically use products to refresh your curls. So there's lots of different things to use. I use right now a spray water bottle, special one from Amazon, $5. It's really cool. It does a continuous spray. I do half of my leave-in conditioner, half water, shake it up, spray my whole hair. Don't get my roots wet because then it just like takes forever to dry. Spray, spray, spray. Everything gets damp. Remember, I have low porosity hair, so it doesn't soak in that much, so I have to pat it in. Then what I've been doing is take a little bit of more leave-in conditioner and then add my curvy cream and then go like this, add some water, emulsify the product, and then praying hands, you pray, you pray, you pray, flip over, scrunch, 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 then air dry, then scrunch out the crunch, and then I have the best fucking hair. It looks so amazing, I can't believe it. Why does it happen on second day? I don't know. I'm figuring it out. Probably because my hair is like the least wet. I don't know. And then you go into day 3, day 4, day 5. I'm still figuring that out. I have like pretty good hair. That's when I sort of like use a gel to just like see what it is. I have a dry mousse that I use for a refresh, which is nice because then I don't have to get my hair wet. And I'm figuring it out. And you're going to figure it out too. The thing I didn't mention, but should be the most obvious, you cannot do the curly girl method if you continue to heat style your hair. You have to be like, no more. I have committed, y'all. I'm done. No more heat styling. I'm going to really try and commit. I love a good blowout, but I want to see if I can do this for like at least 6 months without doing a blowout because I just really want to see what happens because your hair transforms, but it takes a long time. There are people on Instagram who show before and afters for like years, and it is insane how different their hair looks, but it just, it needs to heal, especially if you're like me and I fucking straightened my hair every day in high school, and like, yes, I did a big chop and haircuts, but it's still happening. Although I will say I think my hair is very healthy, so I'm good for me. Okay, half an hour video. Wow. Hope that answered some questions. Love you. Good night.